Hanna at Scarpantos, a historically based mission for the Aces High 2 combat flight simulator.
This Aces High mission recreates the Battle of the 9th of October, 1943, in which Lieutenant Harry Hanna shot down 5 Ju-87 Stuka dive bombers over the Mediterranean Sea near the Isle of Scarpantos while defending a task force of British warships. Allied air power overpowered Rommel's Africa Corps in early 1943 and began ranging farther and farther north toward Italy. Sicily's air defenses were decimated by the wide-sweeping P-38s, B-25s, P-40s, and other assets of the Allied onslaught. The Italian fleet formally surrendered on the 11th of September. Then Sardinia, abandoned by the Luftwaffe, surrendered without a fight on the 18th. Allied fighter units, deployed there within a few days, could now rampage all across southern and eastern Europe. The German pilots were avoiding contact with the Allies whenever they could, and they especially avoided the deadly squadrons of P-38s. Bishop Johannes Steinhoff, one of the most important Luftwaffe tacticians, had complained bitterly to his General Adolf Galland that the Luftwaffe's assets in the area were inadequate, that the German High Command had little idea of what his pilots were up against, and that the American P-38 was superior in air-to-air combat to anything he could launch against. Bishop's Waypoint 2. Still, the Luftwaffe soldiered on as their assets waned. During the entire month of October, only 67 Axis planes were brought down in the area, even though the Allies launched thousands of sorties to seek them out. Of those 67 planes, 17 went down in the single action described in this mission. Bishop Churchill Waypoint committed a task force of Royal Navy fighting ships to the area. He also sent a small group of RAF fighters and fighter bombers to help drive the Germans and remaining Italians loyal to Hitler from the Dodecanese Islands in the Aegean Sea, thinking that this action might help bring Turkey into the war on the Allied side. At Churchill's request, Eisenhower assigned the 1st and 14th Fighter Squadrons of the American 15th Air Force to assist in these operations. The names of 3 of the 4 pilots of Red Flight featured in this mission are known from available records. All came home from this mission. In the late morning of the 9th of October, 9 P-38s from the 37th Fighter Squadron took off from Tobruk and headed toward the British task force. 2 had to turn back with engine trouble, and the remaining 7 continued on, organized in 2 separate flights designated Red and White, respectively. They spotted the British warships at noon and received word by radio that they expected to come under attack by dive bombers at any moment. A large cloud of German Ju-87 dive bombers could be seen in the distance, approaching from the north. No escorting fighters were evident, and all of the Americans armed their guns for what looked like a potential turkey shoot. Red Flight went in immediately and began chewing up the Stukas, while White Flight climbed and waited above the fray in case an ambushing group of fighters should appear. They soon shot down a lone Ju-88 that tried to attack the Americans in Red Flight. Then a huge furball developed. It was a lopsided victory. 17 German planes went down.
Merryweather, this is Red 1. Merryweather, this is Red 1. Do you read me? Over.
Roger, Red 1, this is Merryweather. Read you 5 by 7. Read you 5 by 7. Say position, please.
Merryweather, this is Red 1. We are 3 miles directly east of your position, climbing through 8,000 feet.
Roger, Red 1, we have your position confirmed on ASDIC. Kindly respond with the daily password.
Roger that, Merryweather. The password for today is mistletoe. The password for today is mistletoe. Over.
Roger that, Red 1, and welcome. We see your flight of P-38s, and you are a most welcome sight. ASDIC reports a large group of aircraft coming in from the north Presumably these are hostile dive bombers with bad intention for us. They are currently about 12 miles distant. Can you see them, Red One?
Merryweather, that is negative. We do not see them. We do not see them. And, what is Azdic?
Right. Azdic is what you chaps would call radar. And can you check again? You should see them soon. They're coming in directly north of your position.
That's a negative. Can your Azdic give us a fix on their altitude?
No, Red One, sorry about that. We can only estimate their altitude. We have a recent sighting from one of our Greek compatriots reporting around 2,000 feet estimated.
Bishop's Waypoint 4.
Major Leverett, this is Red 5. I'm having engine problems. This bird just will not climb. I'm afraid I'm going to miss this party. Request your permission to turn back and get this bird serviced.
Roger, Red 5. I see White 4 is with you. White 4, escort Red 5 back to the barn.
Major Leverett, this is Red 3. I think I see them ahead to the north.
Okay, Merryweather, this is Red 1. We believe we have your target in sight. A large group of incoming hostile aircraft. They'll be approaching your position within 2 or 3 minutes. We are moving to intercept.
Roger, Red One. Kindly engage them. If you can keep them away from us, you will win our gratitude. Should they make it this far, we've some nasty surprises for them.
Red Leader to all P-38s. Red Leader to all P-38s. Red Squadron, arm weapons and engage low dive bombers. White Squadron, maintain higher altitude combat air patrol. Watch for incoming bandits. If you don't see anything in the next 3 or 4 minutes, come down and help us.